Mickey Talks.
Craving fresh, mouth-watering seafood? Come to Natalie's Seafood Kitchen in Fallston. From crispy crab cakes to an amazing lobster ravioli. We're serving up all your favorites, hot, fresh, and made with love. Family-owned, locally loved, Natalie's is where flavor meets freshness. Located right in the heart of Fallston, right off of Route 1. Taste the difference at Natalie's. Natalie's is where flavor meets freshness. All right, Matt, welcome back. How you feeling, buddy?
Here we are, man. A little bit tanner.
Yeah.
A little bit more relaxed, I hope.
I know, yeah.
Are you more relaxed?
Yeah, I'm more relaxed. It was, I want to talk about it, man. It was fun.
Live from Natalie's, of course.
Yeah,
up here in
welcome
Fallston.
back, everybody. It's Mickey Talks. I'm sorry. Brought to us by Natalie's, the great folks here at Natalie's. There's a kid playing right now.
Amazing.
I don't know him, and I feel ashamed. His name is Zach something. I think it might be Zach James or something. I'm going to go double check. I walked up there and looked, and then I forgot his last name. But anyway, he's amazing.
Looks way too young to be crushing the songs that he's crushing up there.
And he's doing stuff that's like the hardest stuff to sing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, great singer and player.
Yeah, this
playing keys and guitar. Amazing.
Yeah. If you're close, come by and check this guy out.
Yeah.
He's amazing, man. So Matt, here's what we did. We went away for a couple days. You went. What beach did you go to?
We went to Rehoboth.
Rehoboth. Right.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yes. And then I went to Ocean City.
You're
fancy. I'm not.
You were there for the White Marlin.
Dude, that was one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
To be at.
What was that winner? It was like a 900-pound fish.
Well, it's not over yet.
Oh, it's not over yet.
No, that's what's in first place.
Sheesh.
Of just the blue marlin.
Okay.
By the way, that's not the big prize.
Really?
The big prize is the white marlin. That's the big money.
And what is that prize? Do you know offhand?
I don't want to get it wrong.
Somebody in our comments will know, I'm sure, but
it is either seven. No, it's $4 million this year for the White Marlin Championship.
Well, I was just getting ready to say how expensive it was
total
to get into it, but it's really not with that kind of a prize. It's like $1,700 to get your boat into it. 1,700, I said.
No, it's 17,000.
Oh, it's 17,000?
Yeah. Well, before, I think the date is May or April. I think.
Wow.
I could be wrong. It's 15,000.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, that's why these prizes. Michael Jordan is in.
Yeah.
There's some unbelievably wealthy people.
Well, I mean, you got to have the boat.
Tournament.
You got to have the specific equipment to pull these things in, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you right now. I'm not making this up. I really think it's one of the coolest things I've ever been to, and I'm going to say one other thing. I really think if a major sports network picked that thing up, or somebody did like a TV show about it.
If only there was a network that could cover this.
Right. Yeah. Hello. I'm saying if people put it in that kind of chronological order and documented it this way, it would catch on so fast. I think they would have to literally shut it off. I think it would get that big.
Well, I mean, I saw some of your cut-ins. It was exciting hearing what was happening and going on down there.
Have you ever been?
No.
Wow.
And I've known about it for a long time and just kind of peripherally understood what was going on down there. But it's really fascinating with the flags. I mean, you explained the flags and everything while you're down there.
Dude, it's wild. It's wild to see when the formality of it, yet the excitement. It's just a wild thing to experience. It really is, and it's as to me as sort of natural a challenge as men can have together, without hurting each other. Yes, a dolphin, a white marlin, dies. A couple fish die, but
what are they going to eat the fish?
I don't think you can eat.
You don't eat them?
I don't know. I've never heard of anybody ordering marlin. I don't know.
I don't eat fish, so I have no idea.
I don't know if they're sailfish or sport fish. Not sailfish. Whatever that's called. What did I call it? The thing.
Oh.
Oh my God.
So not swordfish.
No, there's a name for those things. And Anyway, no, I don't think you eat them. And yes, the animal goes, but whatever. There's a show called Wicked Tuna thousands of them go. I'm saying this would be an amazing thing to cover, and I think it would draw such interest from around the world, more so than you could even imagine. I think it could become one of the biggest world contests of that kind of caliber.
Well, is there anything that compares to that right now that people know about?
Aquatically, you mean?
Yeah.
Not to my knowledge. I mean, I think the tuna tournament's up in Boston and up that area.
Yeah. Why is ESPN not covering it, or
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not for me to
Interesting.
decide.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fascinating, man. So let's talk. So listen, we have basically not spoken until 10 minutes before the show.
Couple of texts.
Yeah, but just basically,
Yeah.
So let me ask you a couple things. You have a good time?
Yes. Had some crazy stuff happen.
Uh-oh.
Not too crazy, but
stuff you
I
wanna talk
don't want to
about?
make it sound like it was a bad time at all, because it wasn't.
All right.
But
What was it?
lost a bunch of stuff in the ocean.
Like out of your pockets?
Yeah. So
Are you serious?
First day I go down there, and we're excited to get out on the beach.
Right.
My daughter's ready to hit the waves. They were kind of rough. Well, I don't know how they were in Ocean City.
Dude,
it was
brutal.
really rough,
Yeah.
but fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're the
I
fun
didn't
waves
get
you want to
up
be
to
in.
more than my waist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first thing I did was ran in there with my room key, of course.
Right.
Lost that. Couldn't get it back into the room without
You are 9
checking in with the
years
lobby.
old. You're 9 years old.
But you know
bro.
what's weird about
You're
that,
no
man?
different than me. I love
I'm
it.
never that guy, though. I
Really?
am never, ever that guy.
Were you just that excited?
I guess so. Forgetful,
Yeah,
I was still getting over that whatever I had, that funk I had
Yeah,
last week. So
yeah.
I was a little foggy in
Little
the
lightheaded,
morning.
maybe.
We got right up and ran right down onto the beach is what happened, and I just forgot.
Oh,
But then,
man.
I walked up to the snowball stand that's on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
First off, the snowball stand was dead the entire time I was there. Right there on the board. Wouldn't you think that would be a huge win? Regardless, it's Delaware.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, there was nobody in there. So I went in there just to grab a couple of drinks for the beach real quick.
Right.
And on my way back to the place where we were sitting, lost my credit card. So that was gone for the week. Didn't have any access to the credit card.
You're not gonna believe the week I had.
And then,
So here,
hold on.
Go ahead.
And then finally got into the ocean and got stung by a jellyfish.
So you had a wonderful trip.
Yeah, it was good though.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to make it sound like it was a bad trip because it wasn't.
Let me tell you what happened. As soon as I got there, I ran. I jumped in the ocean, and I found a hotel card. And then it's so weird. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe it. I was so thirsty, hungry at the same time.
Yeah.
So I went to get a snowball. The
Yeah.
line was so long. I could not wait, right? And then the craziest thing,
Yeah,
so bizarre. What's the last thing that happened to you?
my credit card. Yeah.
So I walked into the hotel, and the guy walked up and said, "Here, man, here's a credit card."
Did you deposit any money in the
I had a
account?
great week. I'm kidding, bud.
Hope you deposited
Oh
some
my
money into my
God.
account.
Oh, bud.
You ever been stung by a jellyfish?
I have on
Yeah.
my leg. What did you put on it?
I peed on it right on the beach there.
Does not work.
No,
We read
I didn't
on
do
the
that,
show.
no.
You know what does work? I'm
what's
not
that?
kidding you. Meat tenderizer, like a meat. I don't know. I think it just numbs it,
Huh.
but it worked. I was a kid, and I don't even know if meat tenderizer is a real thing.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't
mean, what's in it?
I don't know, but it's like a meat tenderizer.
But to answer your question, I didn't put anything on it. I had it was all red around my wrist the
really,
whole time, and I just had this kind of
I think it
prickly
was meat
feeling all over my
tenderizer.
body. You know?
If only there was a device so I could
Yeah.
look this up.
Yeah, we could ask.
No. So, but overall, you look back, you, the wife, the family down there. Glad you went. Good vacation.
Oh, it was great, man. I mean,
Okay.
the weather couldn't have been more perfect. It was warm enough during the day to be on the beach,
Yeah.
and at night there was no humidity. It was cool to walk around on the boardwalk
Yeah.
and go to the amusement park. You know, it's nothing worse than just all that humidity while you're waiting in line at the amusement park or walking around at night. So I'd say the weather was perfect.
I think that's like the thing I was going to say was that during the day, I don't mind. Like, I don't have to have it baking hot. And I don't have to necessarily get in the water. I like it, but I don't have to. I just like the sun.
We love
Where
the
you
waves.
are. I like them too
Yeah,
at times,
yeah.
but I'm not crazy anymore. I used to be when I was younger. But anyway, I had a very relaxing time. Did a lot of stuff that I like. I played video games. I like doing that. I rode an electronic bike for the first, all the way from 126th Street to the inlet and back.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
that's 6 miles.
I'm not lying. This is not me trying to be funny. My ass is killing me right now. I never rode one of them things before.
Yeah, man. You use muscles you haven't
not
used
that.
in a long
The
time.
seat,
oh,
like-
the seats.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, bro! It's like I don't
You know
know
what's
what we're allowed to say, but like that area, like the joke area we talk about, the between area.
Yeah.
It ain't there, but like just to the right and just to the left of that whole area is like it's so tender right now. I don't know how to explain it.
Well-
by the way, my wings are here. Should I try?
Yeah,
one?
absolutely.
We've never eaten on the show.
No, we haven't. We show
take a
them that
shot.
delicious food. By the way, we almost went bike riding as well. Those are the Parmesan wings,
Garlic
right? Man,
Parmesan
God, they
wing.
look good, man.
Oh yeah, there's the
They
camera.
look amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Here we go. Go ahead.
So I've got a buddy who I don't know if he's a professional biker or what, but he does a lot of races and he trains hard. And they make seats specific
I can't imagine they don't.
to the people just for that reason, man.
Yeah, you would have to, bro.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know this much. By the way, my friend Kurt, his daughter. I got to look it up to be sure. I believe his daughter is a very, very important part of this year's Women's USA Tour de France team.
Wow.
She's like the girl. She's like a world champion. And my friend's daughter.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and if it's true, and she's from right here. If it's true, I'm gonna really. I don't mean if it's true. I mean if I'm right, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna look it up in a minute.
We should have her on for sure.
But hey, I'll tell you what. Let's fire up some coffee Balam here, and let's get to the news, buddy.
All right.
I'm
here we
ready.
go.
Are you?
What if your morning coffee held a secret? Well, in the world's blue zones, where people live exceptionally long and vibrant lives, our beans are born. This is Coffee Balam, a rich, smooth coffee grown from a tradition of wellness. It's more than a drink. It's a sip of happiness. Taste the secret. Find your happiness at coffeebalam.com.
All right, we are back, Mick, just in time with your napkins here, live from Natalie Seafood. Time
Yes,
for the
dude,
news.
Time for the news, or as we like to call it, that's the facts.
Matt. So the California wildfires apparently out of control again, Mick. A fast-moving brush fire known as the Canyon Fire erupted yesterday afternoon near Lake Piru, swiftly consuming over 1,000 acres and prompting evacuation orders of parts of Ventura and Los Angeles counties. They had firefighters coming in by air tankers and helicopters.
Is it as bad as the Palisades one?
I think it's less acres than that, but
Just
it's
as
affecting
intense?
a lot of people, and these firefighters, I mean, they're in temperatures of 100 degrees, low humidity, obviously, but 100 degrees battling these fires. In LA County, they say roughly 4,200 residents are under evacuation orders. Another 12,500 are under warnings. And they actually had to evacuate and rescue 56 people from Lake Piru's recreation area.
I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
They got to figure something out, right?
I mean, back when the biggest, latest blaze before this one happened,
Yeah.
they were talking about doing mitigation as far as, I guess taking care of the brush that was everywhere. I don't know that they ever did that. And then just increase their chances of having more water on site too. And
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
President Trump said that a couple months ago after that, you got all the water. The beautiful water is down there now. Ask the farmers how happy they are, man. They're so happy. They are so happy. They've never been so moist in their lives. They're loving it. All the water in Southern California.
I got to hope that they're going to start using some of that salt water too for emergencies like this, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get it. I mean, I know it kills some of the soil for a while, but I don't know. I think
it affects their equipment as well, but
Yeah.
well, I'm with you.
I don't get it.
That, your option is to use that and,
Yeah.
destroy some equipment or let all the houses burn.
Yep. Welcome to regulation, my friend.
Yeah. So Uber is looking for money to expand their robo-taxi business. They're talking with banks and private equity firms right now to get the cash to expand its robo-taxi business. But the company's been making partnerships with automakers to build its footprint in the self-driving taxi industry. In the meantime, the company says it will use some of its annual $7 billion in cash flow to deploy robo-taxis. They're currently offering rides in Austin and Atlanta right now, but I'm sure it's coming here soon. You got one in the chamber?
I realized two things during that story.
Yeah.
Number one, I couldn't give a shit about that story. Number two, there is no pretty way for me to eat.
No.
Remember you said, yeah, do it. Who cares? It'll be fun.
Well, you picked wings.
I know.
That probably isn't the best option for
I know.
holding a mic,
So I'm going to let you make the decision.
Yeah.
Should I keep eating it?
Yeah,
Be honest
keep eating,
about it?
man. Yeah, of course.
What if people get grossed out watching me eat?
It wouldn't be the first time, right?
All right, let's do it, brother. Go ahead. I'm getting serious now. Go ahead.
So did you hear about Instagram, their new feature?
No, what is it?
It's a feature that lets you share your location with friends. And
wow.
it's kind of weirding some people out because it's kind of like Find My Friends, but it's baked into your DMs. They just rolled this feature out. You'll need to opt in and enable location services, and it only updates when you're using the app or it's running in the background. Now, while Instagram's parent company Meta says it's all about lightweight connection and privacy is top priority, some users are raising eyebrows about safety. Thankfully, turning it off is just as easy if you'd rather not be on the map, they say. I don't know that it's been rolled out to my app. I checked mine and looked, and I don't see it.
I don't ever open my Instagram, ever.
To let you know what you would have to do, you have to go into your DMs, and then supposedly there's a new globe there that says Maps, and you go in there, and then you can adjust the settings in there. Now
let me ask you, if you have your settings set to allow that, could I go in and check where you are?
If I've enabled it in mine, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Agreed.
How does it benefit you other than when you're lost?
Yeah, I don't know.
The only time you would ever want to turn it on.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever have it on.
It's just weird. I get it. I mean, I wouldn't care. I'm never anywhere I don't need to be.
I don't either. I'm on whatever that app is with my daughter, and
that 360 thing or whatever.
Yeah, we can track each other all the time, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a good safety feature for kids, but I don't know that I want my whereabouts known to everybody at all times, though.
Yeah, I mean that's the weird part.
Yeah, especially you got to worry about that with women, your daughters, your girlfriend, your wife.
Me, I'm famous, Matt.
Yeah. So NASA wants the U.S. to be the first nation to put nuclear on the moon.
What?
A nuclear reactor for energy.
Yeah. Who wants to?
We do. The U.S.
No, we're not doing it.
What do you mean we're not doing it?
I'm not doing that.
You don't want nuclear energy on the moon?
No.
Why? You want it on Earth, but not on the moon?
Yeah.
Make that make sense to me.
I will. In the case of a catastrophe, we have the entire planet here to respond. If the moon is jacked up, it's just the people up there. And then we have to respond to it, and it takes days. And if whatever that response is, it could take months. And in that much time, a nuclear reactor melting down in its surface could explode that thing to a point where it affects its orbit. It could do a lot, which would drastically impact Earth.
Listen, I agree with you. I think that they must have some kind of extra safety precautions in.
I don't think we do. I'm learning something. On your opinion, I don't think we necessarily. I think we give our government too much credit. I think we go, well, clearly they know what to do if that happens. And then when it happens, we go, How did they not know what to do?
Well, we looked at 3 Mile Island, and that was largely incompetence on the part of human beings.
Yes.
So I mean, I guess unless there are more fail safes in place, then I guess anything like that is possible again.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But Sean Duffy, he's the NASA administrator.
Yeah, I like that guy's name too. I always remember him because of that.
Yeah.
Sean Duffy.
He says, we got to stay ahead of China and Russia, both of which announced on at least 3 occasions a joint effort to develop such a project by the mid-2030s. His point is that, if another country were the first to achieve this feat first, it could declare a keep-out zone that would effectively hold the U.S. back from its goal of establishing a presence on the lunar surface.
It would be hilarious. Let's say we start getting up there and building nuclear reactors, and then a bunch of aliens show up on the moon, and they go, "What are you doing?" And we go, "Well, we're America, and we're building a nuclear reactor up here for the sole purpose of building a nuclear reactor up here." And that's China, and they're doing it. And who was the other country?
Russia.
And Russia, they're doing it. By the way, we live on Earth right there, and we don't get along down there. So we decided we were going to leave where we don't get along.
Yeah.
And we were going to come up here and build the most violent weapons there possibly could be on something we don't own. By the way, aliens, what can we do for you? And the alien's just going to go, we brought you all this shit about 1.5 billion years ago. We're going to go ahead and repossess it now because you are completely incapable of figuring out what to do with it.
Yeah, it's scary,
Unreal,
man. The big reason they're doing it is because they want to develop a space station up there. They're saying that the aging International Space Station has experienced problems with leaks in recent years, and they're expecting to retire that by 2030. And they're saying if they're going to have any chance of having a base up there and to power it, and in addition to getting ourselves to Mars, we need that power plant on the moon. Otherwise, these other countries are going to do before we do and claim territory.
All right, here's the question. Let's say we get up there and we're building it, and then China starts. Do we attack that one? Are they infringing on our shit? How does that work?
I don't know, man. I think the moon's a pretty big place. We could potentially
how do we know we're taking the good
have
part,
our own
though?
area.
Yeah, but how do we even know what's the good part? We don't even know what's inside the moon.
Yeah, that's
how
true.
How do we know where the pockets of it are? It's just dumb.
I don't know.
Dumb.
I think they've studied the moon enough to know where maybe a more stable place would be.
Yeah, and they probably do know where some shit is in it. But look, they don't even know everything that's on Earth.
It's true. Yeah.
I mean, come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what are we gonna do? We that is the new frontier. Space.
Yeah, but we're not even done in the old frontier. We are still fucking up the old frontier.
I know, but
who do we think we are finding new frontier?
We need to figure out how to get off this rock if we need to.
Now, I'll tell you what you need to do is figure out how
and we need resources.
Start that next news story so I can take another bite.
So we were pretty lucky, Mick, on our vacations. There was no flesh-eating bacteria in the ocean where we were.
No, you're right, yeah.
It's rare that anything positive comes out of something with the words flesh-eating in its description, but doctors are saying that multiple reports of a flesh-eating bacteria known as Vibrio vulnificus has been affecting ocean-loving people in North Carolina, Florida, and Louisiana. In North Carolina, 59 illnesses and 1 death have been reported as of July 31st. 8 fatalities reported in Florida and Louisiana. And according to doctors, the bacteria can destroy tissue and become deadly in fewer than 48 hours.
That's in the ocean?
Yeah. That's a bad vacation, man.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
When the ocean starts telling you, hey, man, we're sick of you motherfuckers. Like, get out.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff pushing us out of that ocean, Mick. There's all kinds of stuff that doesn't want us in there.
Yeah. How do you think the fish feel?
I mean, we're in their world, man.
But do you think they mind? Do you think they're peaceful?
I don't think they care, but you know,
I just think they don't even understand.
we don't even have a chance down there. You know what I mean? Like,
No, we do.
that's their world.
Well, I mean, we could. You think we're going to have like true global type underground structures?
Some
where,
people
like,
think it's already there.
like you just living underwater.
Some people,
The sky is the ocean.
maybe. There's all kinds of weird
Could you do that?
conspiracy theories. Live under the ocean
The only way I could do it
I
if
don't
I
know,
was only
man.
like
without the real sun.
25, 30, maybe 50 at the most feet deep.
Yeah.
I couldn't be 150, 200 feet deep. No way in the world. Can you imagine that dark, by the way?
Well, just the pressure. How do you survive that pressure?
Well, no, I'm
down
saying
there?
if they figured it out
Yeah.
and that dome could keep the pressure of the ocean up, could you live like, oh my God.
I don't know. Without the real sun?
No, even every day you're allowed to go up, get an hour of sun or whatever. You're allowed to live in.
Nah, it'd be like living in a submarine, you know?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Except at least in the submarine, you can steer up. You can float.
Well, that's true. Yeah. They
That thing-
don't. They
that
typically
thing
don't.
cracks. You're done.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. You can say goodbye.
Yeah, it's scary.
So they're saying, Mick, that ultra-processed foods are saturating the American diet. No real big news here, I think.
No, I agree.
According to a first-of-its-kind CDC report, though, about 62% of kids and teens' daily calories come from ultra-processed foods, compared with 53% for adults.
Wow.
And the top source of ultra-processed foods, they say, are sandwiches, such as burgers, hot dogs, and peanut butter and jelly,
Yep.
followed by baked goods, salty snacks, and
Yep.
sugary drinks.
Chips and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And no surprise here, they found that adults with higher incomes tended to eat fewer ultra-processed foods.
Yeah, because it's expensive
Yeah.
to eat healthy.
Very
That's
expensive.
the irony of the entire situation.
And the food doesn't quite last as long, unfortunately, you know?
The shit you don't have to do anything to except grow it or kill it costs more than the food
Yeah.
you got to scientifically do. Explain it.
That's why you gotta start gardening
Yep.
and buy healthy meats. People think that you just any of the meats in there or all the meats are the same, but they're not. You know what I mean? You've got meats. You got these animals that are raised on grass and they're raised in healthy ways, and then you got these animals that are just stuffed full of this cancer corn,
Agreed.
and that's the stuff that's really bad for you.
I totally think RFK's nuts, Junior. But I think he's on to something.
He's already cleaning up all the garbage. Some of the garbage that's in our food,
Yeah,
the chemicals and colors, and
People go, he's taking away my right. Yeah, he's taking away your right to kill yourself slowly at our expense through taxpayer dollars. Yes, he is. And I want to go on record as saying I support it
well, look.
as an American
Look,
citizen.
there is stuff which is unbelievable to me. There's stuff in our food here in the United States that the FDA allows that nobody in Europe allows in their food.
Oh, I know. I know.
So, I mean,
Capitalism has its ugly faces,
of course,
and
nothing's perfect.
nothing's perfect. And that is what's up to the consumer.
Yeah.
Consumer beware. You have a responsibility to yourself and family to know what you're eating.
But I'm all about government regulation in that corner. If it's keeping us safe with the food,
To a degree, yeah. But what happens is, this is the problem. This is where all that diet shit came from in the first place. All the original stuff that they tried to ban because farmers were dominating and this and that. I'm not getting it. It's such a long discussion. The bottom line is this. If you reward farmers for their efforts, you allow the food to go out properly around the country,
yeah.
and people are not slovenly, wasteful. We waste more food, and then you hear the argument all the time. There's not enough food to feed everybody. All we do is throw food away in this country.
No, of course.
All we do is throw food away. That's all we do. It's up to us, not them. Stop being slovenly.
No, but I agree with the fact that
Am I using that word in right context?
What was the word?
Slovenly?
Let me finish my point.
I'm
my
sorry,
point.
go
It's
ahead.
all right. Before I forget,
I apologize.
I'm
Foods.
about regulation for them being able to put certain chemicals into our food, and them being able to call certain things food that's not food, though. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, to a certain degree. Yes, of course
Yeah,
I agree with
okay.
that. Yeah, that's the only way you can do it right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. By the way, slovenly, sorry. Especially of a person or their appearance, messy and dirty. So, yeah, I mean, that's not the right word. I didn't use it right.
I don't remember what the context
Just
was.
saying how
but-
much wasteful we are.
Oh,
We're just
yeah.
we're
Yes.
just disgustingly wasteful.
Yeah.
I don't, when people go, like when I hear, I'm not even putting these countries down, but when you hear smaller countries who have much, much less resources than us speak about America, the idea that we would sit down at a meal and one person eat the amount of food we eat, because it's never healthy.
Yeah.
It never makes sense for us. It's just, it's so good and I can have it. Right?
Well, they look at us like we're a bunch of fat people.
Right. That's what we are. That's
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
We are a fat country.
And
Fat.
sick, fat and sick.
Yeah, fat and sick.
We'll solve half of the healthcare problems with this with the food.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And smoking, you watched in 10, 15 years how much some of those smoking chronic illnesses, emphysema.
Well, thankfully that's down.
That's way down.
Even drinking's down with Gen Z, they're saying.
That'll go back up though.
You think?
Yeah, through history. There have been generational waves with alcohol where it has affected society. It's gotten out of control. Then you had a generation or two that, and then the generation after or so would say, look, you guys didn't want to, fine, let me try it. And then it gradually becomes
I wonder though,
acceptable
because people are becoming more health conscious.
that's the difference. Is
Yeah.
they get smarter now.
Mm-hmm.
And before it was just emotional and social. Now it's logical. Why would you do this? You know?
For sure.
I think.
And our parents grew up, and their parents grew up in a time when people on TV were telling you to smoke to relax.
Dude,
I mean,
my-
doctors were telling you
One of
that.
my early baby pictures, I'm being held like this, right?
Yeah.
My mom's like this, and the camera's here. So that's the angle. There's an ashtray right here at my foot on her stomach, like that. The cigarette is lit, and the smoke's coming up. That picture is somewhere
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And it was fine back then, right? Nobody thought anything of it.
Doctors smoked.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I'm still not sure it's not okay.
You're not sure? You're not convinced?
I'm not convinced that secondhand smoke can cause cancer. I'm not, but I'm not smart enough to know for sure. So don't take my word for it.
I don't know, man.
I'll
never
ask ChatGPT. Whatever that thing's been saying lately, by the way, turns out it's pretty true.
Well, I got an AI story.
Wait.
AI's becoming pretty powerful, man.
Here we go.
Grok 4 was just introduced,
Oh,
and then ChatGPT 5 is out now.
Dude, hold on. What was the question?
Secondhand smoke, right? Is that what we were talking about?
Is secondhand smoke certainly a cause for lung cancer?
Got to do that on mic.
Is secondhand smoke certainly a cause for lung cancer? Yes. It's proven. I didn't know it was proven.
I will never forget.
Then no, don't do that.
My neighbor's mom used to drive us to school back in the late 70s, probably.
Yeah.
She's a smoker. I was in the back seat, and the windows are all rolled up in the wintertime, and she's chain smoking cigarettes in the front seat.
Dude, I
couldn't breathe in the back seat. I remember not being able to breathe.
My mother, my grandmother, my grandfather.
I mean, I'm inhaling the same smoke she was.
Till I was about,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, till I was about probably 12 or 13.
Yeah.
I was around cigarettes every day of my life. Every day of my life, there were cigarettes around.
What's I'm saying? They're not like filtering out the bad stuff
No.
for you when you breathe it before you breathe it in.
I hear you.
You know? Yeah.
Right.
So AI, let's talk about that. A lot of people think that the schools are lagging in teaching AI. According to a new survey, nearly 2/3 of U.S. teenagers aren't being taught about AI or encouraged to use it in school. And schools across the country starting up again. It's apparently a very sensitive topic right now. There's a feeling that using AI is kind of the same as cheating, but it really does seem like AI is not going away, and graduates who enter the workforce are going to be expected to use it more and more in the years to come. So should they teach it?
That's really, I mean, you have to.
I think so too.
But what part of it do you teach?
I mean, you teach it. You teach to use it as a resource, right?
But
how to make things easier.
Do you also teach what not to do with it?
Well, obviously you can't.
I'm saying right now, do you establish rules like you don't corrupt?
You can't write a paper with this.
Right. You cannot use this
for schoolwork.
But let me ask you a question. That's more addictive, easier, and makes more sense than drugs, than anything. It's just, I wrote it. No, you didn't. Prove it. How do you prove it? AI you can't search to see it.
Yeah, you can. There are programs that they have that will determine if something is written by AI.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so a lot of kids are getting busted for doing it. But I really think that, they should be taught, especially for the short term. Long term, I don't know if it's going to matter.
I don't either.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, though. Why don't they just invent a software and give it to all the schools? If AI wrote it, it doesn't count. How about that?
Yeah.
Why are we going through all this other bullshit?
I mean,
if that's the rule, look, you can't use AI to write a term paper. All right, here's your paper. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, it was AI. Doesn't count. Write another one.
The two models that were just released, Grok 4 and ChatGPT 5. I mean, especially, Elon specifically used the word terrifying twice when he was presenting Grok 4. And the difference between Grok 4 and like AI, Grok 4 is not a search engine.
Yeah.
It's intuitive.
Yeah.
And it's problem solving. So the way this is going to change, it's the precursor to what they're calling general AI. And they're saying that Grok 4 literally is the PhD level in everything right now.
In every subject.
Like the
smartest
PhD. It's not just aggregating from the internet like ChatGPT is, like a search engine.
Yeah.
It knows. It's an expert, PhD level in every single field, and it has problem solving and it's intuitive. So over the next couple years, this thing is going to be able to come up with new equations in physics and create new technology for us.
Let's just say, and I've heard challenges to the theory of relativity, that it's that it's been debunked, blah, blah, blah. Is it that kind of level stuff where it can say, no, theory of relativity is absolutely correct, blah, 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 blah.
Well, yeah.
Or no, it's wrong because of, here's what would make it correct.
It's going to find things that humans have never thought of.
Yeah, that's
and more quickly. We're going to our understanding of the universe is going to change so drastically in the next year or two that I really think we're going to look at this year and next year maybe as BC, before. As the before.
There'll be a third time.
Yeah.
You know what it'll be called?
What's that?
AT. After technology.
I like that.
Or AI. 3 AI.
Maybe you're going to be known as the founder of that.
What, that term?
The first guy to coin @.
Yeah, No, I'm coining. They're going to call it AI. Both of those. I'm one of those two.
Right.
It'll be 400 BC, 26 AD, 9 AI. Or AT.
Yeah. It makes sense.
You heard it here first.
I think it's going to be that drastic of a change in everything we do.
GPT if they think we'll change the way we keep track of
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Be fun to do, right?
Put it this way, man. By the time they come out with, say, whatever it is, Grok 5,
Yeah.
that's going to be light years ahead of what Grok 4 is right now. You
Hold
know,
on now.
it's
Listen
going
to this.
to extrapolate.
How do I word it? How do I word it?
What is the question again? Will Chat GPT change? I mean, not Chat, Grok 4.
No, how will we keep right? Will human beings eventually start keeping a timeline for dates because of the advent of artificial intelligence? It's very possible. In fact, we're already heading in that direction, keeping personal life logs.
Yeah.
Can you please put on record that Mickey Coachella on August 8th, 2025, coined these two terms, AT and AI,
And what do they stand for?
to replace BC and AD. One of those two will be the deciding time code forever.
And they stand for
And they stand for after technology and artificial intelligence.
yeah.
I just see what GPT says. All right, here's your record in a clean timestamp format, so it's clear. And they did it. I wish you guys could really see that. They did it. AT and AI.
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
I'm really glad.
You know, we're half joking, but I really feel like it's going to be
Dude, we're gonna have to
that
start
drastic of a
acknowledging
change.
things. I agree with you.
We're going to look back at this time and be like, oh, remember what it was like.
Well, the
in
people will
2025.
say for the next couple hundred years, they will say things like this. Did that guy live before AI? That's going to be a thing.
Like what we said about the internet. It was, you know, they grew up during the internet, pre-internet.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they were the first ones to like run water through an aqueduct.
Right.
That's what it's going to be one day.
Yeah.
And not nearly as far away that the aqueducts were.
And also, as Elon said when he released Grok 4, it's terrifying, man. We literally don't know what's going to happen with all this.
Yes, but is there a sense of hype to him that it may be a letdown as well?
Well, I don't know if he means this year or next year, but I'm saying what all this is going to lead to. The thought of it is pretty terrifying. It's like we're unleashing alien technology.
Do you think we're going to establish new industries off of it?
Yeah, and it could be used for good. It could be used for evil. It could
Here's
be used,
what I think is going to happen. Is somebody will figure out through it, oh my God, your cut grass combined with watermelon seeds and a teaspoon of salt will cure tetter.
Right. And how long would that have taken a human to actually figure out that weird combination?
It would have never happened.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Our understanding of the universe and the technological advances and physics advances that are going to happen, it's going to accelerate like crazy over the next couple of years.
Is that news?
Grok 4 has Grok Heavy, which is like $300, by the way, a month. And then the Grok 4 you can use. No, we got some more stories here.
Okay.
There's a company, Mattel, the company that makes Barbie, Mattel.
Yeah.
They're suing a podcaster whose name is Ken. Yeah, the company that makes Barbie dolls, trying to block a copyright request from a Washington, D.C. based podcaster. His name is Ken Barrage. He wants to copyright the name of his political podcast, which is called Coffee with Ken. But Mattel has filed a lawsuit to try to block that request, saying their brand could be damaged by the use of the name Ken in the podcast title. Ken says he's planning to fight the lawsuit, saying the complaint is an overreach since Ken is such a common name.
Hey, Matt, I'm going to do something that may affect the future of the show.
Yeah.
Fuck Mattel. The guy's name is Ken.
Do you even think of Barbie when you hear the name Ken at all?
No, not really.
I don't either, no.
I mean, maybe I did when I was a kid. By the way,
for 5 minutes when that movie was out, right?
Oh my God, I just saw Bill Maher did the funniest thing this week about the Barbie.
Yeah.
They came out with a new Barbie. It has something.
Oh,
Is it autism?
I think it's autism. Yeah.
It's spectrum.
Yeah.
It's on the spectrum,
Right.
Barbie.
Yep.
And Bill Maher goes, okay, we gave a Barbie autism. Isn't it time we can give one? Or we gave a Barbie autism. Isn't it time we give Ken a dick?
That's hilarious.
I'm telling you, if you're not a Bill Maher fan, like, I get it. I'm just saying, as far as like old school, great satirical joke writers, he's a master, man. I adore that guy for his craft.
Absolutely.
I really do, man.
Funny, and you know what else is funny, Mick?
What's that?
Possibly this statue here of MLK. Oh, that came out weird. Let's try that again.
Highlight it.
Let me
I think
see.
it looks better than you realized. Nope, it's weird.
All right, it's weird.
Sorry.
So Winter Park, Florida recently spent $500,000 on a bronze statue of Martin Luther King Jr., but people don't think it looks much like him. I got another shot of this statue, actually, and it came out the same way.
Wait a minute. Go back to the face. This one, right?
Yeah, take that one out first.
There we go. On the right, that's the face of Martin Luther King statue. Is that the real face on the right here?
This one's the face. No, that's
That's
him.
Martin Luther King
Yeah,
on the
that's
left.
the statue.
The one on the right
Yeah.
is the statue?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the artist, but I want to congratulate him because I cannot believe a blind artist got that close to Martin Luther King's face. That is unbelievable that anybody could think that is a fine representation
Yeah.
in today's day and age.
$500,000. They say his arms aren't, proportionate to the body, and the
It
head
is
is
horrible.
goofy. The artist is very happy. He thinks he's getting a lot of great feedback. He says, though.
I got to ask a question,
Yeah.
and it maybe doesn't matter, but I just want to know. Is the artist white?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I got news for you. If he is, and black people see this,
Yeah.
there's going to be some ass whoopings. There's going to be some consequences
Yeah.
and repercussions.
Yeah.
Because that is unacceptable. Now, if it was a
Agreed.
black artist, it's one of the best pieces I've ever seen. That is, I'm sorry, I got to look this up. Who designed the brown Martin Luther King Jr.
In
statue
Florida.
in Florida? Andrew Luy.
What is LUI?
It sounds Asian.
I was going to say it sounds Asian to
It's
me.
probably pronounced Lai or
Yeah.
something like that, or Louis. I don't know. I mean, look that dude up now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a white guy. I guarantee it's not a white guy.
Listen to me. I am praying with everything in me that this is not a white guy. Thank goodness.
That's not him, is it?
That's him right there.
That's not him,
He's
is it
Chinese,
really?
dude?
Oh, he's Asian. You're right. Okay.
I think he's Chinese, right? Isn't that what it says? From
Yeah.
Asia. That's insulting to me. Originally from Asia. What if they just said originally from Europe? Like, it just says very little about the
Yeah.
man.
Telling you from a continent.
Yeah. I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. And I also want to say this. God, I'm stupid. I should have realized. I don't know. Is bronze easy to do that accurately?
I don't know.
I'm going to look at some other bronze statues.
There's some other great statues of Martin Luther King throughout the United States.
Can you show very accurate bronze statues?
You know, there's some very well done MLK statues throughout the country. That one,
Dude, come on. That's pretty spot on.
yeah, that's the Statue of Liberty you're
Look at
showing
that
us.
face.
Yeah,
That's identical.
right.
All right. Mr. Lai, Andrew, I appreciate what you did. And Martin Luther King Jr. was a great man.
$500,000.
Wow. Yeah, dude. By the way, I just want to say to anybody who wants to do statues, I'll do that same statue for about $400. And it's going to be close. I will say that. right
Agreed. We could probably
Yeah,
do that. We
we
could
could
probably
probably
pull
get
that
close.
off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$4,000. He got 500,000. You know what? I'll take I'll take $5,000. I'm saving anybody 99%. I think that's fair as hell, Matt.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think they should call us next time.
Yes.
So did you see Passion of the Christ?
It's so weird. I just talked about this movie 2 days ago.
You did?
Yes.
Well, the sequel is coming. Did you know there was going to be a sequel?
No.
I'm not going to spoil it for you,
Okay.
but he rises from the dead at the end.
Does it just pick up immediately after the crucifixion?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's long-awaited sequel to his 2004 film, The Passion of the Christ, is on the way. Lionsgate confirmed it this week that The Resurrection of the Christ will be released in 2027 in 2 parts, with part 1 coming out on Good Friday and part 2 coming out 40 days later on Ascension Day. Passion star Jim Caviezel is expected to return as Jesus. Other details about the films are being kept under wraps. Now, is there that much that happened after the crucifixion to have 2 parts of the movie, though?
So here's, please forgive me. I'm talking from memory and from an overall understanding.
Yeah.
I believe when Jesus dies, I believe it's Joseph of Arimathea gives Jesus his tomb because they didn't have a tomb.
Right.
And the women, Mary, the 2 Marys, in fact, Mary, his mother, Mary Magdalene, other girls, it was another girl. I don't remember who. Some I think are Jesus' sister. I don't know. James is involved. They wrap the body, they ointment, all that.
I think it's different in different Gospels, actually.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, here's what I understand of it. They then place him in the tomb. From the time he was placed in the tomb and they rolled the rock, that was basically, I would imagine, Friday night. Sunday morning, the rock was moved.
Yeah.
And he was gone. And then in that time, from those 40 days, he appears before Thomas. He appears before Mary Magdalene first, I believe.
Well, it depends on which gospel
Right,
you look at.
yeah.
But yeah.
But all that stuff happens.
Well, that's true.
So, I mean, there's
Yeah,
a lot,
you could pull a story out of all that, I guess.
especially 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
100%.
Yeah. And I'll go see it. I thought
I
the
can't
first one,
wait.
first one was incredibly well done.
Did you like Apocalypto?
I didn't see it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. Mel Gibson.
How about Rocky Horror Picture Show? Were you a fan of that growing up?
Incredible.
Incredible. You know what? I've never been to a theater while they did it.
You would love it.
I grew up with a friend.
Yeah.
She was a good friend of our group as we were growing up.
Yep.
She was way into it.
Dude, you'd have loved it.
We're going to be celebrating 50 years with events and a return to theaters. Maybe that's our next.
When is it?
Let me see here. October 10th, it'll be released. So we going to do that? Is that going to be our next one?
Yeah.
All right, we got to talk to our partner.
Yeah.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show is getting ready to head back to the theaters after a refresh. The movie turns 50 this year, and part of the celebration includes a theatrical re-release in October, 4K restoration, and events with cast members. The Rocky Horror Picture Show Spectacular Tour is hitting 55 cities this fall with Barry Bostwick, Patricia Quinn, and Nell Campbell on hand. 50th anniversary vinyl edition of the soundtrack release is October 10th.
That album, there's some songs on that album that are masterpieces.
See, I don't really know it, to be honest, if I'm being honest.
Oh my God.
I mean, I understand what it is. Didn't you have to take like a bunch of stuff to the theater with you to throw at the screen?
So much
like
to it.
a loaf of
I
bread.
can't explain it.
Yeah.
There's rice, there's sayings you say to set things up.
Right.
It's so wild to see it done right. Yeah, we got to try to pull that one off, man.
All right.
Yeah. I'm all into that. I love Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only movie I've ever been to that I can describe the audience like this. Everyone was over 18.
They're all dressed up in costumes, right?
Now, yes, not only that, there are white people. There are black people. There are bikers. There are hip hop guys. There are gay men. There are straight men. There are gay women. There are straight women. There are hilarious people. There are beautiful people. There are every kind of person you could imagine. People that you would never see together all have a great time. It's one of those strange times where incredible entertainment just hits everyone, and you leave everything at the door, and you go inside, and none of it matters. None of it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm sad that I feel like I missed it by a couple of years, just my age.
I did too, but I got lucky that I had heard about it young, and as soon as I got old enough to sneak and go see it.
Well, I was going to say, didn't they do like midnight screenings of it around here for a little while or something?
Fallston used to be unreal.
Okay.
Yeah. Where the record, I think it's where the record theater is now.
Really?
Yeah, I think they used to do it there.
Okay.
It was awesome.
All right, we're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, Mick, there were parents that were accused of leaving a 10-year-old at the airport in order for them to catch a flight. Yeah, so there's a couple that's leaving Barcelona, and they ditched their kid.
This is disgusting.
It wasn't even because he was acting up. They allegedly just didn't want to miss their flight when the 10-year-old wasn't able to board because of documentation problems.
So they abandoned their child in a foreign country.
So Spain's national police stepped in. They confirmed the incident happened earlier this week at an airport in Spain. News of it was first shared publicly by an air coordinator at the airport named Lillian, who shared the story on TikTok. She says that authorities found out from the boy that his parents were flying back to their home country after their vacation and had called a local relative to pick their son up at the airport. At that point, police temporarily stopped the flight to find the parents, who were escorted off the plane by police and taken to the police station. Local police say the parents were reported for child abandonment and were reunited with their son at the police station. For them, Lillian says, they saw it very normal, obviously. I didn't see it normal, and the police didn't see it normal either.
It's unreal to me that can even cross anyone's mind.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Think about this. You and Liz are in Rehoboth. How old's your daughter again? 13, 14?
She's going to be 14 soon,
14.
yeah.
You're in Rehoboth. But it's 4 years ago. She's 10. Hey, honey, Mom and I and you, we're getting ready to leave. Oh, you didn't bring your hotel key. All right, no problem. Mom and I are going to drive 6 hours. We'll be back. You'll be fine.
Just wait here.
Just wait.
We're going to have Uncle Buck pick you up.
Uncle Donnie's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
You'd be arrested and probably your child taken away.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kid's not smart enough to figure out how to get out of the airport. I wouldn't want that kid anyway.
I mean, that's like the messed up version of Home Alone. Right?
Yeah. No, we took you out of the house. We just ain't taking you no further.
Right.
We took you as far as we could take you, buddy.
Hope you like the beach.
Start begging.
So tell me about this, man. There's a teacher. You ever have a teacher like this? She was accused of throwing a shoe at a student. Florida woman. Florida teacher.
I'm going to answer right now. Yes.
Me
you
too.
Said, did I ever have a teacher?
Oh, yeah. I had a couple.
Yep.
So authorities say that when 60-year-old Sandra Colombo chucked the shoe to get a child's attention, it actually hit another student. The incident happened in February at the charter school at Waterstone. Student wasn't badly hurt, but Colombo was fired after teaching for 30 years. What do you think about that?
I'm for throwing the shoe. I have no problem with that.
Are you serious?
Dude, I went to a Catholic school.
I did too, man. But if there was a teacher.
Did you have a board of education? The board?
What do you mean?
Okay.
There was a board of.
No. Dude.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like a board to hit with kids with?
Yeah.
No,
like
but
one of them ones.
Listen,
what are these things called, man? Hold on.
A paddle. I'm talking about a paddle.
No. A little different. Look. Starts here. The top of it goes like that, down, goes in, around, and like that.
Yeah, it's like a cricket paddle.
Cricket. I couldn't think what to say. Yeah. Cricket paddle with holes in it, right? And said Board of Education, and we got whacked with it in the ass.
Yeah.
For real. a wooden
Yeah, I mean,
cricket stick.
I would
whatever
see
that
kids get
juice.
poked and pulled by
I
the
got
ear,
all that shit.
books thrown at them,
Oh my god!
pieces of wood.
Miss Bailey of St. Francis. She was about 4'10". Weighed probably 240, 250. Would stand on your foot. She taught the 3rd grade. She would just put all her weight on your foot and go, "Do I have your attention?" Or get your foot out from underneath me.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. There were some very nice nuns, but there were a lot of them that you're like, why are you teaching children?
Look, I'm sorry. I go back to the whole priest nun thing with this. It's never a good decision for a human being to swear off pleasure and sex. And that's what priests.
Well, there's
and
arguments
nuns
that can
do.
be made for people who are in a real spiritual practice.
You're missing the point.
But they probably aren't.
You're missing the point. It would be totally acceptable if a nun said, "I've chosen to not succumb to that. I realize that it's totally healthy and natural for anyone. It's not for me. Yes, ma'am." The other nun, "I respect everything. I love the Lord and Jesus, and I care about all of us. I happen to be married to my husband, who I care deeply for." They're both but the idea that you're telling them they can't do it, once you commit, and then you commit to God that you won't.
Yeah, there's
then
probably
you have
a
to
certain
fight that urge the rest of your life. Explain how that makes sense.
Yeah, there's probably a certain amount of psychology like that you're right about that is affecting people.
Totally.
Let's go back to the original premise, though.
Yeah.
You're okay with a teacher if a teacher chucked a shoe at your kid? You're going to be okay with that?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Matt. I've been watching a lot of shit online lately with kids and young teenagers. Listen, I know every generation gets older and goes, "These kids are out of control." But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know 12-year-olds growing up telling teachers and cops to go fuck themselves and "fuck you, old lady, you ain't shit. You don't have authority over me. Get your white ass hands off me, you white bitch. Get your black hands off me, you black bitch." Like, what the fuck? These are kids, man. And if not throwing shoes at them and not grabbing them by the shirt and saying calm down is what led them to this place, then I'd like to go back to the shoe throwing and the shirt grabbing, because I liked it the other way better.
You really think we were that much more well behaved?
100. Were there examples of it when we were younger? 100%. Was it the amount and the norm that it is now? Absolutely not.
Well, listen, man. If you're okay with a teacher throwing a shoe at one kid, you got to be okay with them throwing a shoe at anybody. Any kid.
Give a flying who they throw a shoe at.
Teachers are not going to throw a shoe at my kid, man.
What if your kid is screaming "F you" and throws something at her?
Then that's up to me to handle that.
No, you're wrong.
Of course it is. Of course it's up to me.
I disagree completely. Does that teacher just have to be defenseless? Because they
don't need to resort to physical
violence.
Let's
change it from your daughter so I can make a point. I'm only saying that for our friendship. Let's change it to any random girl.
Okay.
Stands up and tells the teacher, "F you, bitch. I don't have to do what you tell me." Now, number one, is the child right? Does the child have to do what the teacher says?
Of course.
Well, what if the child says, "I'm not doing it"? Then what do you do?
I mean, there's a whole line of disciplinary action that schools
so
have.
You stop the class, you go down to the principal's office and get security, you come back to the class. Now 30 minutes, 40 minutes, because the child says, "I'm not leaving. You can't put your hands on me.
Okay,
you can't do anything."
Well, then,
so at what point?
Then they've escalated it.
But
yeah.
Right, but that's usually what happens, is the child escalates the situation, and then the teacher is just literally stuck being told what to do by a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old is telling an adult what to do, and parents go like this: "That's good. You should know your rights." That's
well, I don't feel that way.
Why go to school? It's up to the parents to teach the kids everything. Good luck, kids.
Look,
good luck.
There's rules in school, right?
Yeah.
Kid gets in trouble for yelling at the teacher and being disobedient, not following the rules.
Yes.
There's a whole line of disciplinary action that the schools take. Kid gets kicked out. kid gets taken down to the principal's office. If the security guard needs to get involved, they get involved. If the police need to get involved, they get involved. But teachers should not be hitting our kids, man.
I didn't say hit them.
You said hit him with a shoe.
I said throw the shoe.
What's the
at
difference?
Him. What's the difference?
Yeah.
One's 8 feet away and it gets your attention.
Dude, I will mess you up with a shoe.
That's the point, isn't it? That's
point. It's my point saying why I don't want teachers throwing shoes at my kid.
Let me ask you this question. You have a 14-year-old son. No, your wife's a school teacher.
Okay.
She has a 14-year-old boy in the class. The boy tells her to shut the fuck up, calls her dumb, whatever. Then she says, get out of the class. And he says, make me. He starts walking towards her. What does your wife do in that situation?
Gets the security guard involved.
What if he's coming from the door? Can't get around him.
I mean, of course, that's a situation where if she's being threatened with violence,
what was the story?
That's different.
What happened to that teacher?
Got fired.
What was the reason the whole thing started?
I don't think there was a reason. Kid just chucked a shoe to get a child's attention. Like, hey, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention, kid.
I mean, if it didn't hit the kid, did it hit the kid?
Yeah, it hit a different kid, actually.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. That's a bad shot. I'm not against taking the shot. This was a shitty free throw. That's all I can say. Shitty free throw, Shaq. I don't know what that say after that.
I don't know, man. I'm not for
kids. I'm just sick of these little smart asses. And I'm telling you,
I agree with you there.
Something's got to be done. What do you do?
The parents are partially at fault.
They're mostly at fault.
Yeah.
So what do you do? I say you literally going, your kid can't come to the school.
Well, that's exactly what that's the line of disciplinary action.
But then you're going to have a whole generation that just gets thrown out because they don't care. And then what do the parents do? They're going to beg the system to help them.
But there are a lot of great kids
that
don't deserve to have a shoe chucked at their face.
Man, it was a casualty of a domestic classroom wartime event.
Listen, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s when they were poking you and throwing stuff.
That teacher was taking mental fire, man. That teacher was under mental fire.
She was like, pay attention.
Let's whack. Is that it?
Is that a bad kid?
No, we got a music minute?
No, we haven't done it yet.
This is more news than we've done since we've been on there. This is
you
awesome.
Think?
I love it.
All right, well, look, I'll let you pick, all right?
Yep.
So we can talk about the study that says the size of your calves can predict how long you'll live. Or we could talk about the giant crack in an apartment ceiling that unleashed a horde of cockroaches. Or we could talk about a fish in Canada that started a fire.
Yeah. Fish. Anytime a fish starts a fire, you lead with that story.
All right, let's check
Where
this
do you
out.
close with it?
So the firefighters near the Canadian town of Ashcroft, British Columbia, were called to battle a brush fire that was started by a fish. The fire started near a highway, and investigators immediately ruled out a lightning strike and any human activity as a cause. What they did find out was a downed power line, and next to it, a charred fish. So they determined that an osprey was likely flying overhead carrying the fish, and that it plucked out of a nearby lake, dropped it onto a power line. Sparks from the wire then ignited the brush fire. The power apparently also knocked out all the residents' power in the area as well.
Yeah. Did they keep the fish?
I think should have. It was a cooked fish, man. I mean,
threw it back.
You know?
Yeah, fully cooked. I saw a squirrel one time I found. I was painting a house, and on the roof, power lines were going over it.
Yeah.
On the roof. It was just a petrified squirrel that it got struck. I mean, it was jet
struck
black.
by lightning?
I don't know, or hit that power line. It was jet black. It was so hard. It was like this table, like cack, and it was only that thin.
You sure it was a real?
No, it was 100% a dead animal.
No
It had
kidding.
probably been dead for, I don't know how fast that shit works. Months.
Well, that's
I know
awful.
that.
That poor squirrel.
Yeah, I felt terrible.
You know how I want to be friends with a squirrel, right?
You know the worst part of that story, though?
What's
I'm sorry, and I want to hear that.
Yeah.
The worst part is his carcass, the roof I was on was just a little bit weird pitch, and so my paint bucket was kind of, so I used that underneath the paint bucket, the squirrel's dead body, to balance out the paint bucket.
Did you paint him up so it looked a little better?
I never did.
Gave him a fresh coat of paint. He looked fine.
Yeah. You throw a little white on that char, don't look bad. Speaking of which, did you and Liz talk about the facial hair stuff or the about that? Remember you were talking about it?
Yeah, I think that's the wrong direction. I think this is the direction I'm going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hit the hair too?
It's going that way. Yeah.
Are you going to let it go?
Yeah, as long as you don't mind working with like an elderly looking guy,
Dude,
man.
The reason I asked, look, on the side there. Right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Well, right. Yeah, right in there.
Yeah.
Mine looks great.
It's coming out.
But look, don't that look great? Like hair? But if you look
Man,
at it,
you can't really see it in your hair, man, unless you get up
it's
close.
weird. Like I
you know?
got weird blondish brown gray.
Yeah, you're fine, man.
I think so. I think I'll be all
Your
right.
hairline's good.
You know, it's funny. I got complimented on it a couple times this week. All dudes.
Yeah.
Dudes been complimenting my hair lately.
Because they pay attention.
Well, and it's also
stuff going on in their life.
I actually asked a friend last night. I said, you're one of the only people I will ask this because am I too old to wear my hair the way I wear it? He was like, I've never thought about it, but no, you look totally fine.
Of course.
I'm like, okay. All right, good. I'm happy about that. You ready to do some music?
Yeah, let's do
All
some
right,
music,
let's
man.
get into it. Music is brought to us by our great sponsor at Fallston Barrel House.
Craving something delicious in Fallston? Look no further than the Fallston Barrel House. We've got a chef-inspired menu featuring modern twists on comfort food, mouth-watering barrel burgers, and so much more. Pair it with our incredible selection of craft beers, all on draft. And when the sun goes down, the good times keep rolling with the area's best live entertainment. From local bands to acoustic sets, we bring you fantastic music to make your night even better. The Fallston Barrel House offers a vibrant atmosphere and friendly service. That's the Fallston Barrel House, your neighborhood spot for great food, good times, and the best live entertainment around.
Yes, thank you, Fallston Barrel House. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the most anticipated music news in the world, Matt's Music Minute. What do we got, buddy?
Yes, sir. Live from Natalie's here today, and I don't know if you heard, Mick, but Brian Wilson was finally laid to rest.
Yeah, man.
His funeral was on Wednesday, almost 2 months after his death. He was buried next to his wife, Melinda, at a private service in L.A.
Yeah.
She died in January 2024. His oldest daughter, Carney, from his first marriage to Marilyn, wrote on Facebook, she said, quote, "It was incredibly difficult to see that happen, but at the same time, it gave more closure and more of a feeling of restful peace." Wilson died at his L.A. area home on June 11th from respiratory arrest. And in addition to Carney, Brian is survived by his daughter, Wendy, also from his first marriage, 5 children he adopted with his second wife, Melinda, and 6 grandchildren. And plans are underway for a public concert / memorial coming up here soon.
You know, man, he may be the greatest example of a truly tortured artist. Genius.
Yeah.
Musically, I think, and I think a lot of musicians would agree with me if they got their ego out of the way. To me, he's like the American Paul McCartney. He's, I think, top 1, 2, 3 American songwriters
For
of
sure.
all time, top 5 anywhere in the world.
Groundbreaking with their technology.
Everything.
And,
He changed the game. He made Paul McCartney and John Lennon realize there was way more to what they were doing than they were.
Yeah.
Than they did Sgt. Pepper's. The impact that Brian Wilson's brain had on the music community, I hope, will never be forgotten. The guy was a Mozart of his generation, and that music, say whatever you want, it is loved all over the world.
Yeah,
and it's California surf music.
I mean, I can't wait for this memorial in that there's probably going to be a bunch of different tributes and performances of Beach Boys music.
I'll be shocked if McCartney doesn't do it.
That'd be
I'll
amazing.
Be shocked if Elton John, the biggest names.
I'm sure.
I hate to say it, you're going to disagree. In the general spectrum of music history, I think it's bigger than Ozzy. I think he was a more prolific musician from a musical standpoint than Ozzy. Ozzy, there's other things that Brian Wilson didn't even come close to Ozzy with. But musicality, Brian's up there with Prince, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, well, Ozzy was he's an icon, and he's legendary, especially in his field of music. But he didn't write a lot of his music.
Right.
He didn't write a lot of his lyrics even.
Right.
He was a singer, and he was an incredible frontman and performer, and ushered in a style of music, a genre of music.
Dude, he invented it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of the things that he did musically. But just speaking musically
I'm
about
talking, but like as a musician, as someone that
I would agree with you.
Music,
yeah, for sure.
It's hard to argue against him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of Ozzy, the BBC has announced that the documentary about his move back to England will debut on August 18th. It's called Ozzy Osbourne Coming Home. It's an hour-long film that they call the moving and inspirational account of the last chapter of Ozzy's life. It will feature never-before-seen footage of the Osbourne family as they move back home to the UK from America, and Ozzy prepares for the Back to the Beginning concert. It was first announced in 2022 as a 10-part BBC series called Home to Roost, but even before Ozzy's passing last month, the show's producers were looking to abandon the long-form series to do something shorter. And in addition to that, Polygram Entertainment has announced that the long-in-the-works biopic about Ozzy and Sharon is still moving ahead, and that they're currently in negotiations with a director, which could be confirmed very soon. This project was announced back in 2021, so there's a lot of Ozzy stuff that's going to be coming out very soon.
I get it, man, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, sadly, you really learn about someone in their entirety after they're gone.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing. And I wish we were different societally. I wish we took the time for our idols, for our people we love, to sort of fawn on them while they're alive. I don't know what it is that we wait. I think it's ego combined with humility. It almost seems grotesque to have people praise you at times like that. I can imagine. But at the same time, there can't be much more rewarding for an artist to see the impact that he's had. And I think what they did for Ozzy, I wish Freddie Mercury would have gotten to see that. I wish Prince would have gotten to see that. I wish so many.
Yeah, Ozzy had a chance to prepare, all these things. I think a lot of this may have been forethought in preparation.
Freddie knew he was dying.
That's true. Maybe it happened a lot more quickly to him than Ozzy.
Yeah.
Prince would have been, he didn't know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But you're right. I wish there was something like that for Freddie.
Yeah. I want to start doing that locally. So that like younger kids, I'll tell you why. So that younger kids understand where like it all started from around here.
Yeah.
Like the music and the comedy and the culture that is Baltimore stuff. It started somewhere. And there were guys that moved it along. And it's important that you know that stuff. Because if you forget that stuff, you forget who you are.
Yeah, I think there was somebody in this area who was putting together some type of book of like local artists from, I think it was the 60s and 70s.
I saw something like that.
And I thought about at the time when I was still doing Noise in the Basement of trying to capture all that in
the 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And I'm sure someone does have a collection of that stuff.
It would be something wild to archive, though.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Dave Rohde is going to do our show from Club 66. Now that I'm back from vacation, I'm going to track Dave down.
Love it.
And lock in a time for him to come in. One of the most fascinating guys, and a guy that knows all the history of the music. It's going to be one of my favorite. You're going to love it, dude. You will love it. Yeah.
So speaking of Beatles, the New York Mets are going to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Beatles Shea Stadium concert next week. They're going to have a tribute band perform and also a themed fireworks show. It's going to happen. Their legendary performance happened August 15th. And on August 15th, Shea Stadium hosts the Seattle Mariners. So at 6:15 p.m. on that evening, approximately an hour before the game begins, a performance by the band 1964 The Tribute will take place in front of Shea Bridge, a pedestrian walkway in the outfield section of the stadium. Additionally, the first 15,000 fans who enter the stadium will get an exclusive Shea Stadium replica. The game's first pitch will be thrown by people who worked at the stadium on that day in 1965 when the Beatles performed there for over 55,000 people, a record-breaking number at the time. And to end the night, a themed fireworks show will happen after the game. Love to be there for that, man.
Yeah. You think Paul McCartney's going to show up?
That'd be wild if he did.
I mean, I think it would be. If I was McCartney and I was somebody that famous and that stuff happened like that around the world, I would just go to him. And just free. I wouldn't charge people. I'd just show up and go, hey, you guys want me to go out and say hi?
Yeah.
It would be just to be able to give people that thrill.
Well, I mean, the guy's a billionaire. What else is he,
right.
what are you going to give him?
Right. Yeah. All right, Matt. What a great show, man. Welcome back. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
2 more things, actually.
I apologize.
Do you have this?
Yeah.
So here we got a photo for this one here. We'll see how this one turns out today. Look at I don't know if our photos are showing up like that.
I don't know if I did
online
something wrong or not.
But the microphone that Cardi B threw at fans in Las Vegas is back on eBay. Apparently, Scott Fisher, the man who previously owned and listed the microphone, attempted to pawn it off for $100K. Yet the sale went kaput after trolls were revealed to be driving up the bids. The mic ended up selling for $25.50, and the new buyer's testing its worth, hoping to net up to $1 million for the mic, but willing to field any other offers is what he's saying. But the newest seller is opting to remain anonymous, but tells us he alerted the attorney for Jane Doe, the one who's suing Cardi, earlier this week to let them know that the microphone was returning to eBay. Gave them first dibs to buy the mic from him, but says they ultimately were not interested.
Wow.
I mean, this is Cardi B. I don't know if you know the story behind it.
She's I love her, but God dang.
The story behind this, the reason she got mad and threw the mic was because somebody threw a drink in her face.
Right.
But allegedly, what she said leading up to that was throw your drinks at me to cool me off. Yeah. So she asked for it. Right. And then somebody hit her in the face.
She got embarrassed.
And then she chucked a microphone at somebody.
Good.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't defend her on this story.
Yeah.
I do not at all. Not at all.
No. All right, you want to get into random facts?
Yeah, let's do 5 random facts.
All right.
You're not going to believe what mine were about. The Beatles.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Random Facts Friday. All right. You want to go first?
Okay, this first one, some people don't know this, and the Beatles are getting huge again.
Yeah.
Most people know the Beatles as John, Paul, George, Ringo. Ringo, obviously, you're going to laugh at this because we know, but a lot of people don't. Not the original drummer. Pete Best was the original drummer of the Beatles, and when they found Ringo, they said, feels different, and we like it. And Pete Best missed his chance. Tough life.
Yeah.
What's yours, buddy?
So the estimated value of the 843 acres of land in New York's Central Park.
I missed that first part.
So the land in Central Park, which is 843 acres, was estimated to be worth around $29 billion in 2005. More recent estimates have it around $40 trillion.
How does something increase in value 80 times in that amount of time?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. It's 20 years. I mean, you think about
80 times its value.
Yeah.
80. I don't know how that works.
I don't know either, but not in my budget either way.
Crazy. All right, here's another one. The Beatles hold a chart record, Matt. In April '64, the Beatles held all top 5 spots on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember that, but I knew that.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Something no other act has ever done.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So I know you're a wrestling fan. There's a pro wrestling move called the choke slam, where the wrestler lifts his opponent up by his throat and slams him to the ground. Do you know who invented it?
If I had to guess, Andre the Giant.
Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was known for his wrestling skills in his youth.
I did know that he was a great
He was a
wrestler.
skilled wrestler,
Yes.
earning a reputation for his strength and agility.
Abraham Lincoln was a badass.
Now, you know
Choke
that
slam. Invented the choke slam.
you know there's got to be a guy that wears the top hat and the beard now,
Oh,
right?
of
I mean,
course.
some big
Absolutely.
buff like
Dude, it's coming.
Abraham Lincoln.
April Slam Lincoln. All right. Did you know that Ringo Starr was not the only drummer that recorded drums for the Beatles?
I did do that. You know who the other one was?
Who?
Paul McCartney.
Very good, man.
Yeah.
And he played on back in the USSR and Dear Prudence. Paul filled in when Ringo briefly quit the band.
Yeah.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah. So let's see here. A pair of identical twins marrying identical twins is called a quaternary. What is it? A quaternary marriage. A quaternary marriage. Genetically, their kids would technically be considered first cousins, but their DNA would be that of siblings. Pretty freaky, huh?
Well, what does that do for the reproduction of their children? Their children.
Well, as long as they didn't reproduce with each other, right? They're okay. It would just be like siblings. It would be like two siblings instead of cousins.
Yeah, okay. Crazy. Yesterday, I know you know this. Do you know what's special about Yesterday?
What's that?
It's the most covered song in the history of recorded music.
Is that right?
It has
Wow.
over 1,600 recorded versions of it.
That's incredible.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
One more.
We're going to play all 1,600 for you right now.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
So, Big Ben, I don't know if you knew this. I didn't know this until today. Big Ben isn't the name of the clock or the clock tower in England. It's
Wait, is that okay? I need to ask something. Is
Yeah.
Big Ben on the London Tower?
it's on the Elizabeth Tower.
Okay, then I was wrong.
The tower's called, So Big Ben is just the name of one of the bells hanging in the tower. The tower's name is Elizabeth Tower.
Wow, I never knew that.
I didn't know that.
That's a
I
cool
thought that's
random
big.
fact.
There's Big Ben.
And then with another English random fact about the Beatles, one of my favorite songs, "The End."
Yeah.
All three guys, George, Paul, and John, all do guitar solos. It's not one guy that did all the. That's each solo in that song is each one of them.
Really?
Now try to go through and figure out who.
Yeah.
It's
That's
pretty
incredible.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Matt, great show. So glad you're back. Couple things we need to tell people. Tomorrow night, I'll be right here. Evolve Catering, which is literally, you can't tell, it's next door, the building. Same
Beautiful
owners,
room.
or I think it's same owner. Anyway, same company thing. A different building, a different room next to the restaurant. I'm here tomorrow night. Great show. Eric Woodworth, Mo Noor, hilarious guys. It's dinner and a show. The food's great. $50 a person. You get dinner, you get the show, you get all of it. Be here. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Eat beforehand. Have a great time. Really hope to see everybody. Also, you and I, are going to be having a big movie event September 11th, 9/11. The screening of Spinal Tap 2.
Plus Never Never, the original
Plus the
lineup
original
of Never Never.
Never Never.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun and such a good time. We really want to see everybody there. Matt, anything else you want to do, buddy?
Well, if they want tickets, they send us an email.
Yes, to the movie premiere. Yes.
Yeah, MickeyTalksPod@gmail.com. That's MickeyTalksPod@gmail.com. Make sure you put Spinal Tap 2 in the subject. And, of course, give us your name. You'll get 2 tickets for September 11th. You'll be the first in town to see Spinal Tap 2 and rock out with Never Never. Also, our merch is available right now. If you go to MickeyTalks.com, MickeyTalks.com, all of our merchandise is there. Grab a hat, grab a hoodie, grab a T-shirt. We'd love to see you sporting the gear, and be a great way to support the show. We'd appreciate you.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. We will see you Monday.
Get ready, Baltimore comedy legend Mickey Cucella is bringing his hilarious no-holds-barred stand-up to Evolve Catering for one night of absolute chaos.
And I'm so sick every time the election rolls around, you see the famous people come with you. Remember, man, rock the vote. Shut the up. Rock the vote. Hip hop the vote. Country line dance the vote. Whatever.
Catch Mickey Cucella live on Saturday, August 9th. Tickets are only $20. This intimate show is guaranteed to sell out. You cannot wait on this.